You lied today. Maybe a small one. You told someone you were 5 minutes away while you were still in bed. You said no worries through a clenched jaw. You laughed at a joke you did not actually get. Small stuff doesn't count, right? Here's the uncomfortable part. The lies you tell other people? That's amateur hour. The real professional-grade deception, the stuff you are genuinely gifted at. You point straight at yourself, and you don't even feel it happen. Fair warning. This one stings a little. Let's start with a kid. A 3-year-old sits alone in a room. There's a toy on the table behind her. One rule before the adult walks out: don't turn around. Don't peek. She lasts about 4 seconds. Honestly? Respect. The adult comes back and asks the big question. Did you peek? And this tiny human looks him dead in the eye and goes,
Nope.
Now, here's what almost everybody misses. That is not a bad kid. That is a genius move. To pull that off, her brain had to do something kind of ridiculous for a 3-year-old. She had to know what the adult knew. She had to spot the gap between what actually happened and what the woman saw. Then she had to build a whole second version of reality and sell it with a straight face. A researcher named Kang Lee at the University of Toronto has spent years filming kids in exactly these rooms, and his results flip the story completely. The kids who start lying earliest tend to be the sharp ones. Lying takes theory of mind, executive function, a little prefrontal cortex learning to run 2 realities at the same time. It's not a character flaw, it's a milestone. Congratulations. Your first real intellectual achievement was getting away with something. And you never stopped. A psychologist named Bella DePaulo handed regular people a diary and said, write down every lie you tell. Every single one. The average came back at 1 to 2 a day. The nice haircut. The I'm fine. The traffic was insane, when the truth is you just did not want to leave the house. Most of them are harmless. Social lubricant. The little fibs that keep dinner from turning into a courtroom. And before you feel too special about it, this is not a modern problem. Humans have been world-class liars forever. The Trojans literally rolled a giant wooden horse through their own front gate because somebody said, relax, it's a gift. Con men, forgers, spies, every century has a highlight reel. We love a good lie. We just want to be the one telling it, not the one who bought the horse. And here's the thing that should really mess with you. Lying isn't even ours. It's older than us, older than language. There's a little African bird called the fork-tailed drongo. It watches meerkats dig up food, and then it screams a fake alarm, the run, there's a hawk call, and the meerkats scatter. Bird swoops down, takes the food. And when the meerkats start getting wise to it, it just switches to a different fake alarm. It's a con artist with wings and a backup plan. On a good day, it steals a quarter of its meals by straight-up lying. The mimic octopus rearranges its whole body to cosplay as a sea snake. Totally harmless butterflies wear the warning colors of poison they don't actually carry. Scientists call it Batesian mimicry. Translation: dress dangerous, live easy. Deception is not a glitch in nature, it's one of the oldest tricks baked into the entire operating system of life. We're just the species that turned it into an art form. So, being humans, we did the human thing. We built a machine to catch it. In 1921, a medical student named John Larson wires together a gadget that tracks your blood pressure, your breathing, your pulse, all at once. His colleague Leonard Keeler cleans it up, sells it, and boom, the polygraph. The lie detector. One small issue. It doesn't detect lies. It detects fear. Sweaty hands, racing heart, shallow breath. And that's the whole problem, because a scared, honest person and a calm liar look completely backwards to that machine. Nervous, innocent guy? Needle goes wild, machine yells guilty. Ice-cold liar? Needle takes a nap. It's shaky enough that most American courts won't even let it in the room. 100 years later, the most honest thing you can say about the lie detector is that it's a very convincing prop. It doesn't measure whether you're lying. It measures how scared you are of the thing measuring you. And people? People aren't much better than the box. A psychologist named Paul Ekman spent his whole career studying microexpressions, those split-second flashes of real feeling that cross a face. There's real signal in there. But test normal people, even trained cops and judges, on catching a liar, and they land at about 50%. That's a coin flip. A coin does your job for free and never asks for a raise. Which leaves one genuinely annoying question. If the machine only catches fear and the best liars aren't afraid, then what is a great liar actually doing that the rest of us aren't? In the 1970s, a biologist named Robert Trivers gives an answer so blunt it takes everyone else decades to catch up. The best way to lie convincingly is to believe it yourself. Think about what lying actually costs. You've got to juggle two things at once, the truth and the cover story, and stop the truth from leaking out through your face, your voice, that little half-second pause before you answer. That leak is where liars get caught. Trivers' fix is savage in how simple it is. Delete the truth from your own head. If you don't know you're lying, there's nothing left to leak. No guilt, no tell, no flicker. In his theory, self-deception isn't a weakness at all. It's a weapon. You fool yourself first so you can fool everyone else better. The scariest liar in the room is never the sweaty one. It's the guy who's totally relaxed because he 100% believes his own nonsense. And once you see this, you cannot unsee it. It is absolutely everywhere. Put a room full of adults on the spot. Are you an above-average driver? About 90% say yes. Which, quick math, is not how averages work. Psychologists call it illusory superiority. The Lake Wobegon effect, where somehow everybody's above average. We think we're kinder, smarter, and fairer than we really are. Everyone's the exception. There's even a cousin of this called the Dunning-Kruger effect. The less you actually know about something, the more confident you tend to feel about it. So, statistically, some of the people nodding along right now, sure they're the rare, honest, self-aware one, are exactly who I'm describing. Could be you. Probably not though, right? There's a name for the engine under all of this. Leon Festinger called it cognitive dissonance. When reality smacks into your self-image, you almost never downgrade it. You edit reality instead. You rewrite the memory. You reframe the screw-up. You find excellent, noble reasons for the thing you already wanted to do. And then, this is the part that matters, you believe your own edit. But the wildest evidence comes from people whose brains were literally cut in half. To stop severe epilepsy, surgeons used to sever the bridge between the left and right sides of the brain. A neuroscientist named Michael Gazzaniga studied these patients. He'd flash a command to the side of the brain that can't talk, something like, get up and walk, and the person would just do it. Then he'd turn to the talking side and ask, hey, why'd you get up? And the talking side had no idea. It never saw the command. So it made something up. On the spot. Oh, I was going to grab a drink. No hesitation. And here's the kicker. It believed it. Completely. Gazzaniga called that part of the brain the interpreter. Its entire job is to hand you a clean, confident story about why you did what you just did. It's fast, it's smooth, and it is wrong constantly. And it never once says, honestly, I'm just guessing here. You have one of these in your skull. It's narrating right now. It probably has a very flattering opinion of how well you're taking all of this. Now, circle back to that 3-year-old. The best little liars were the smartest kids in the room. Lying isn't the opposite of intelligence. It's one of the first things intelligence builds. So put the whole thing together, and it quietly flips inside out. We came in here trying to catch liars, watching hands, faces, needles, hunting for the twitch, the tell, the crack in the story. But the crack only shows up when part of you still knows the truth. The best liars deleted that part. They're not better actors. They just actually believe the story. And the person they've convinced most completely is themselves. So the machine you should actually be nervous about was never the polygraph. It's the calm, confident voice in your own head. The one narrating your life all day long, casting you as the good guy in every single scene, and never once admitting it might be making things up. The best liar you will ever meet is not sitting across the table. It's living behind your eyes. And it sounds exactly like you. We're taught that to catch a liar, you look for doubt, the flinch, the hesitation, the tell. But the most dangerous lie is the one told with zero doubt, the one buried so deep that the person telling it feels nothing but sincerity, which puts you in a genuinely awkward spot. If you can't remember the last time you caught yourself lying to yourself, that's not proof that you're honest. It might just mean you're really, really good at it.